This video will walk through how to use a customized name badge label within the SkillsCMS system. For example, if you want to put your own state logo or something on the label, or you need to adjust the size or layout of the label or fonts, you can set up your own custom label. This isn't so much about how to customize reports in Access, so much as how to copy your own version of the badge report back and forth between SkillsCMS versions. So let's say you have already customized your own version of the label report in your copy of the SkillsCMS system, maybe from last year or something, and now this year we send you a new version. Now we're sending you system version 26.2, and you realize when you go to view your name badge, you have lost your customizations because your logo's not in here and the fonts are not quite the way you wanted them to be. But you still have your old copy of the program database laying around that has your customized version in it. I'm just going to press function key F11 to get into the database window here, and you'll notice when I look at reports, there are 3 different reports for badges state contestant. This one, badges state contestant, is the primary report that gets run whenever you run a regular contestant badge from the system. This one, called badges state contestant underscore custom, is a customized version of that report. And then badges state contestant standard is a copy of the standard out of the box report. Let me show you how that works. If I go and preview the badge for one person, I get the standard out-of-the-box report. There's a button in the maintenance screen that will let you switch out which report you want to use. If I click on maintenance there, on the left-hand side, let's make it a little bigger here. On the left-hand side, there's state name badges. There's a button for use custom and a button for use standard. Right now I'm using the standard version. So if I click this Use Custom button, it'll ask if I want to switch to the underscore custom named badge. I'll say yes. Now it'll say I'm using the custom version of the badges. When I go back and try it again, I'll notice this time I get the customized version with different fonts and my logo and whatever I'd like on there. But if you have your version that you've customized from last year, you'll need to import that version into the system. Let me go back to using the standard one for a moment. Use standard. Now I'm going to import my old customized one from last year. Now, one of the weird things about Access is if you import something from another database that has the same report name, then we'll end up with sort of a report name parentheses 1 at the end or something. So let me use the external data menu to import from an older Access file. I'm just going to snoop around until I find my old version that I have from last year. I don't know where it is exactly. Let me kind of drill around until I find one. What I'm looking for is skills registration underscore program from last year. Let's say I have a copy down here somewhere that I brought in from last year, the year before, or something like that. Wherever I had customized before, let's say I want to bring a report in from that one. It's going to look at all the stuff in that database and say, okay, well, what do you want to import? Well, I want to import a report called badges state contestant, the custom one that I had before. Or if I didn't know I needed to rename it, I might bring in just the badges state contestant. Whichever report you have customized for your custom name badges last year, we're going to import that. And it's going to say it was imported successfully, but I'll notice since I already had a report called badges state contestant custom, it brought the one that I imported in as badges state contestant custom 1. And if I did it again, I'd get 2. And if I did it again, I'd get 3. So I want to get rid of my old one here, the badges state contestant custom. I can delete it or just rename it to say old version. And this one that I imported, badges, state, contestant, custom. This is the one I just now imported from my last year's database. I'm going to rename it to badges, state, contestant, underscore, custom. Now, this shell game we can play with the maintenance button again. Remember, all it does is say, well, which do you want to use, the standard or the custom? Standard or custom. When I go back, let me put that menu out of the way. When I go back to maintenance and I tell it I want to use the custom name badge, because I've already renamed it, I just imported it and I already renamed it, it's going to switch that out for my custom one. And now when I go back and view, now I'm going to see my customized version of the name badge with my customized logos and fonts and layout, whatever I'd like. As long as you have a copy somewhere of your old database file that has your custom version of the name badge in it, just import it to the current version of the CMS platform and make sure you rename your customized version to badges, state, contestant, underscore, custom, and you can use the maintenance form to swap them out. That should be all it takes.